Hi everyone. Let us start today with some fixed protocol interview questions and answers with scenarios. For first scenario, how a new order single is placed with partial fill execution. So you want to submit a new single order that is 35 equal to D message to buy 300 shares of IBM stock at a limit price of $70. How the fixed raw message will look like. Okay. So it will be having these tags. These are the important tags which I have mentioned here are the only body part to specify the main tags. So in our new order single 35 equal to D to buy 300 shares of IBM stock, we will be having these below tags. Client order ID tag 11 will be order 1. What is client order ID is the unique identifier for order assigned by buy side. So what is buy side? The institutional clients or traders which place the orders. The client order ID is assigned by the buy side. So this is order 1 and it is unique for every order. Symbol 55, it is the ticker symbol in a human readable format to indicate the stock. So here the stock is IBM. Tag 54 is side, which is buy. This is either buy or side. 54 equal to 1 represents buy, 54 equal to 2 represents sell. Since we need to buy 300 shares, we are giving here 54 equal to 1. Order type 40, a limit order. We want a limit price of $70, so this will be a limit order. That is 40 equal to 2 indicates a limit order. So we need to buy 300 shares, so that goes in tag 38, which is the order quantity, and it will come to 300. Then what will be the price? Price is 44, that is $70. So how the partial fill execution looks like and what tags it has we will look in the following. So the market partially fills your order executing 100 shares. An execution report 35 equal to 8 message is generated and it has the following tags in the body part. Let us see these tags one by one. So client order ID, as you all know, tag 11 is order 1. This is for this order. So it will be the same. Execution ID, that is tag 17. It is exec 1. What is tag 17? It is the unique identifier for an execution message and be noted that it is assigned by a broker, that is a sell side. Client order ID is assigned by buy side. Tag 17 execution ID on executions is assigned by the sell side or a broker. This is symbol IBM side was by last shares. Tag 32. So tag 32 indicates the quantity of shares bought or sold on this fill. So in this fill, the market partially fills your orders. That is, it has executed 100 fills. So last shares are 32. Okay. Last price is $70. So order status is partially filled. Since 200 more quantities remaining, our total quantity was 300. Only 100 is filled. So this is partially filled order. So 39 equal to 1 represents a partially filled order. Cumulative quantities 14. What does a cumulative quantity represents? It represents total number of shares filled in execution report. So up till now, if this order has another execution reports, how much the order is totally filled, it will represent in the cumulative quantity. In our scenario, only one fill is there, so it will represent only 100. Okay, because 32 equal to 100. If we are having another execution report with more 100 shares of execution, so this cumulative quantity will represent 200 here, but now consider our case as 100. So leaves quantity 151, that is the remaining quantity. So as we know that 100 is execute only 100 are shares are executed out of 300, so leaves quantity will be 200. So an important note here, cumulative quantity is 100 indicating the cumulative quantity executed, and leaves quantity is 200 representing the remaining quantity yet to be executed. So this is how the partial fill execution looks like and the important tags in that. Let us see next scenario. How order amend modification is done. Please explain in brief the tags for modification rejection. So how order modification or order amend is sent. So you attempt to modify the order reducing the quantity to 150 shares. So what was our previous order? Quantity, it was 300 IBM shares. Now you want to reduce that order to 150. So how you will send 35 equal to G. G indicates amend order. Client order ID modify to. This will again be assigned by the client side, and it will, since it is a 35 equal to G order, it will be another new client order ID. And on which order we need to perform this modification? On the order 1. So previous order, that is tag 11 of 35D order, will be copied here in original client order ID. So this order will get reference to which order it needs to modify. Okay, there are number of orders placed, so this will be a pointer. Yes, this is the unique client order ID to which you need to modify this quantity. Okay. Then comes here again symbol, that is 55 is IBM, 54 is buy, and order quantity comes to 155. Please modify. This is a request. So modification rejection happens. Why? The modification is rejected since a portion of the order has already been executed. A reject 35 equal to 3 message is generated. So as we saw in our previous slide that we had already executed that order. It was in a partial fill state and 100 quantity was already executed, right? So now, since the order was partially filled, we cannot send a modify on the order. So this is now rejected 35 equal to 3 as session level reject. This is as we saw in our previous sessions. So client order ID is modified to 39 equal to 8, that is rejected. Text indicates the tags 58, it is order partially filled, modification not allowed. So cumulative quantity 100 remains the same 100 and leaves quantity 200. Okay. So cumulative quantity remains at 100 and leaves quantity is still 200. So our next scenario, explain different tags in case of order fulfill. So the market executes remaining 200 shares of the original order, consider it, and another execution report 35 equal to 8 message is generated. Client order ID order 1, execution ID tag 17. Execution ID is a unique identifier for an execution message assigned by the broker. So broker assigns this tag 17, symbol 55 same IBM, 54 is buy. So tag 32 is 200, that is the quantity of fills brought on this last fill. And order status is filled, that is 2. So cumulative quantity comes here as 300 because the order is fully filled, and leaves quantity remains 0. So here the important tag is tag 39 equal to 2 indicates a fully filled order. So cumulative quantity becomes 300 indicating that the total quantity executed, and leaves quantity becomes 0 as the order is fully filled. So leaves quantity can be 0 if the order is cancelled, DFD, expired, calculated or rejected. Okay, in this case. And how the leaves quantity is calculated? Order quantity minus cumulative quantity, that is tag 38 minus tag 14 indicates a leaves quantity. Let us see our next scenario. What would be the value of original client order ID tag 41 in order modification attempt message? Give order amend example. So here tag 41 is explained and order amend is explained. So the original client order ID in order modification attempt would be the client order ID of the original order that was fully executed. In this case, it would be order 1. So let us see what is our 35 equal to D. You place a new order single message, message type 35 equal to D, client order ID is order 1, symbol as IBM, buy it is, type is 40, that is market, and order quantity as 200. So now you attempt to modify the order. How the 35 equal to G is sent is this, it contains the below tags 35 equal to G, client order ID now modified to, instead of order 1 it will be modified to, and this order will be copied, and this order 1 will be copied in the original client order ID, that is tag 11. Tag 55 IBM 54 1 and order quantity 150, which is modified. Okay. So this is how 35 equal to G is sent for a particular 35 equal to D message. Explain how cancel request is placed for a fixed order. So till now we saw amend order, new order. Now how cancel request is placed, let us see. So new order single D message to buy 100 shares of IBM stock with a limit price of $50. Client order ID order 12, symbol IBM 54 buy 40 is limit to, that is 40 equal to 2, 38 is 100 since we need to buy 100 shares and a limit price of $50. So how order cancellation is sent here? Before execution. Please remember that if order cancellation, if a trader is sending, it needs to be before execution. If an execution arrived on this order cannot be cancelled. So before execution, order cancel request F message is placed with a new client order ID. This is a similar case that it will be a new client order ID. Consider here as CAN910. So the original client order ID tag 41 will contain this client order ID, the 35 equal to D client order ID, that is order 12, and the remaining information the same. So this indicates 35 equal to F order, that we are sending this cancel request to please cancel this order. So what is an order cancel reject? In which scenarios does order reject cancel occurs? So an order cancel reject message is used when sell side, that is broker, cannot honor a cancel or a cancel replace request from the buy side, that is client or trader. This message has message type as 35 equal to 9. So what are the common reasons for cancel rejects? I already told you in my previous slide, order already filled or partially filled. We cannot send cancel order request. Second one, order is in the process of being executed. Invalid order ID or reference number. Market rule prevent cancellations, example during auction periods, or technical issue or latency problems. So let us see an example, a scenario where a trader attempts to buy 1000 shares of XYZ Corp at $50 and then attempts to cancel it. Okay. So at 10:00 minutes and 00 seconds, order to buy 1000 shares of XYZ at $50 is submitted and the order ID generated here is 123456. So at 10 o'clock and 1 second, market price drops to 49.90. So at 10 o'clock, in 2 seconds, the trader submits cancel request for order ID 123456 because he wants to buy at $50, not at $49.90. And at 10 o'clock 2 seconds and 500 milliseconds, order 123456 executes. That is, it receives a partial fill of 500 shares. Then, then at 10 o'clock 3 seconds, the system receives cancel request. Which system? Broker system receives cancel request, but order is already partially filled. Okay. So now at 10 o'clock 3 seconds, system sends order cancel reject. So here the trader has sent a cancel request, but the order is already filled. So the system, that is the broker or an exchange, will send a order cancel reject with a cancel reject reason that partially filled order cannot be cancelled. So how to handle cancel rejects? Check the cancel reject reason field to understand why the cancel was rejected. Verify the order status. It may have been partially or fully executed. If needed, submit a new order to offset any unwanted position. Implement logic to handle these scenarios in automated trading systems. What are the prevention strategies? Implement real time order state tracking. Use order status requests before attempting to cancel. Build in latency buffers for high frequency trading. Monitor exchange specific rules about cancellation windows. So these are some of the interview questions asked for fixed protocol. Hope the concepts are clear. Thank you for watching.